Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are just seeing my handsome face for the very first time, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. So today I'll be talking about the essential element of a valid marriage, the essential ingredients of a valid marriage. You know, if you want to prepare your jollof rice, there are some things that must be present for that your jollof rice to be jollof rice, to make it sweet. If one of them is missing, that your jollof rice go just turn to concoction rice. You understand? So today that's what I'll be discussing about. So when you want to prepare your jollof rice, I'm not too good at cooking, permit me, but you need to have your rice. Yes, your rice is very important. You need to have your oil, you need to have your pepper, you need to have your tomato, you need to have your curry, you need to have your salt is very important, your maggi is very important. So the same thing when it comes to a valid statutory marriage. Okay, let me set the record straight. In Nigeria, there are two types of marriage under the custom or customary law marriage, then marriage under the act, that you can also call statutory marriage. So I am talking in respect of statutory marriage in this video. So there are things that are important, essential ingredients of a statutory marriage, that if one of them is missing, then that's your marriage is void. Number one is that the parties to a statutory marriage must be of a marriageable age. Yes, that is what section 3 subsection 1e of the Matrimonial Causes Act provides for. The parties to a valid statutory marriage must be of marriageable age, although there have been arguments here and there about what amounts to a marriageable age is not defined. But when you read section 11(1)(b) of the Marriage Act, you will see that if you are not up to 21 years, you need the consent of your parents to be able to marry. So I can say marriageable age in Nigeria is 21 years. Yes, going by the provision of section 11 subsection 1b of the Marriage Act. Then another thing that will make your marriage valid after age is the consent of the parties. Yes, the consent of the parties is very important. The consent must be freely given. There must not be any form of duress or misapprehension or coercion or whatever. No, the consent must be free. Another thing to make your marriage valid is parental consent. Like I said earlier, where one of the parties to that marriage is not up to 21 years, they need the consent of their parents to be able to marry legally. Although there are exceptions to this, you can apply to the governor and all that. There are exceptions, I must say, but the general position of the law is that if you are not up to 21 years, you need the consent of your parents to be able to to be legally married. Then another thing is that neither of the parties to the marriage must have been married before. Many Nigerians are found violating this particular one. If you have married someone before under native law and custom, you cannot marry another person under the act. You cannot conduct a valid statutory marriage. That your marriage is void. You must not have been married before, but you can marry the same person. Okay, maybe before I get money, I must maybe I've paid someone's bride price. Now that I am wealthy and okay, I want to conduct a valid statutory marriage. The law permits it. The law allows that. But you cannot marry another person. You cannot marry Bridget under native law and custom. Now you want to marry Blessing under the act. It is an offense. The law does not permit it. Then another thing to make your marriage valid under the act is that the two parties to that marriage must be of sound mind. They must be sane. There must not be any form of insanity. If there is any form of insanity as at the time of that marriage, then it means that consent that was obtained has been vitiated. Yes, because you don't expect a madman. A madman is not reasoning well with his senses. You understand? So these things are very important. Number one, age. Number two, the consent of the parties. Number three, parental consent. Number 4, neither of the parties must have been married before. And then number 5, the parties to that marriage must be of sound mind. Then lastly, number 6, the people to that marriage must not be related by blood. That is prohibited degree of consanguinity and affinity. Yes, you cannot marry your own sister, you cannot marry someone that is related to you by blood or by marriage and all those things. It is very, very important for you to conduct a valid marriage under the Act. If you find this video useful, please do it well to share with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There is still more to this marriage thing. I'm still going to be doing like 2 or 3 videos on this marriage thing. Please don't forget to stay tuned to this channel, because e no go good if you marry finish, they come tell you say you never marry after how many years. E no go good o.